Now, but you're wondering, I've not been making a video for the past while now, but I forgot it's October, so I decided to do a review of a very notorious horror game. If you guys can't fucking read the fucking title, you know I'm doing a review of the original Resident Evil. And I know it's the director's cut. But granted, that's the first Resident Evil game I've ever played in my life. But fuck it. For those who never played Resident Evil, in the original Resident Evil, you play as either Chris Redfield or Jill Valentine. And the story is, I'll just give you a brief synopsis. You have to play as the star members, one of the two stars members, Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield. You I think it was Alpha Team that went into this first to figure out what the hell's going on with these weird disappearances and mons and shit. But Alpha Team disappeared. Something weird happened to Alpha Team. So it's up to Delta Team, which is I think Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry Burton, I think a guy named this one dude got hauled by a shit ton of service dogs. Bread something. I remember his name was nicknamed the Chicken Head or something. And Albert Wesker was sit there. I know it was probably like a handful of the guys, but I honestly can't remember for the life of me. They go directly into the forest, which is like a huge hiking thing to figure out what happened to Alpha Team. Like a day later, but when they found a helicopter, they find a few mauled members of the other team, and then they find some zombie dogs. Find them. They have to run directly to a huge mansion, and well, the only surviving members would be Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry Burton, and Albert Wesker for Bravo Team. And the only surviving Alpha Team member was Rebecca Chambers. Now, I don't know which character's ending's technically canon, because Burton, if Burton was alive, that means Phil's ending was playing as Jill Valentine was canon. But Chris Redfield is also very busy. Well, the thing is, it's up to the surviving stars members to figure out what to do, who's responsible for the zombie dogs, and figure out what horrors awaits them in the Spencer Mansion. Now, I'm going for Batum here, but the Resident Evil is known as one of the mainstream zombie titles developed by Capcom. Now, with one particular line out of the entire Resident Evil game that comes from the first shop in the game, created within Spencer Mansion. And that's the glowing roof shack, or you're playing as Jill Valentine. Barry will come and save Jill right before the roof saves her, and those unit terrorists. If I was a second late, you could have been a Jill sandwich, which became a huge internet meme which became a huge meme years later. And especially when it comes to Dead Rising, that's a chap called Jill Sandwiches, which has a cool hand. It's a... Here it is. Kind of embarrassing. It's a... No, there is not. So I totally thought there was a little code thingy in the original Dead Rising case. That didn't show sense. Just a shot. It looks like a huge thing saying, you come here, you'll figure out ways they cover the master of unlocking, the master of sandwich making or something. Which you know, if anyone played Resident Evil, you know that was a complete that was jokingly that was a complete reference to Resident Evil. Now, Resident Evil was one of the known games that series that is known up to this day. And to be truthful, I never really beat Resident Evil up until 5 years ago, I think. Back when, mainly because the reason I couldn't beat Resident Evil is because the entire game always scared the fuck out of me. Like the atmosphere always got me. The ambience scared the fuck out of me, and you know the entire thing wouldn't scare me if the game wasn't polymorphic or whatever. And when it comes to the characters, the only one who got any character development was Barry Burton. You know, it turns out he was and he's the only one character of the entire series that actually had the most character development. The only side character, because let's face it, he came out complete nowhere in the first 5 to Plan 42. But he was actually bribed by Albert Wesker in order to keep Barry's family safe. So he basically forced you to go through them. And Barry accidentally unleashed the final boss on you. Spoilers, but not to spoil an old game, but let's go back to the enemies. The enemies are in total of zombies, hellhounds, zombie dogs, crows, bees, a huge snake as the first and I think third boss, a huge plant thing called Plant 42, a shark, a huge fucking shark, a huge spiders, mutational thing called the Chimera, whatever, reptilian monsters created by the T-virus, which is basically the virus that created zombies, and a reptilian embryo put into a woman or something, called the Hunters, and the Tyrant. That's 11 enemies plus the three bosses. I know someone's gonna say, "Well, what about the black tiger?" Technically, that's a zombie. That's a spider, but buffed up. I'm not gonna go into details about the zombies and all the zombies and bees and crows because granted, that's just the now generic monster. But the hunters, I think was created by some zombie the zombie virus plus a lizard embryo and put into a woman, I think. Some test tube monster. it's a mirror. It's a failed experiment, basically. The web spins, I think, were basically an accident. Same thing's the lizard, and the yarn is basically the big ass snake, and all those little snake things on the outside of the mansion. And then there's the hunter, the tyrant. It's just the final enemy of the game, the final boss in the game. Out of the entire bosses you fight, which is the Yarn, Plan 32, Pluto, which is the gigantic white shark in the remake, um, Black Tiger, and Giant. You only fight the Yarn and the Tyrant twice, equaling with at least 6 boss fights. The Tyrant is a gigantic zombie-esque monster with gigantic claws. Fuck. Now, the Tyrant is basically a gigantic. It has a notorious member in the Tyrant things. You might know him as Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and Mr. X, and AK-103, I believe his name was, from Resident Evil 2. It's like, a gigantic guy who keeps following you everywhere. To even, I think his name is Santos from the Deadshot or Survivor. But I'm not gonna get into details of other of 2 and 3 because sadly I never played them. The closest I've ever got was playing Resident Evil, Umbrella, and Darkside Chronicles. Now, when it comes to the game, it has tank controls. Alongside that, you have puzzles that actually takes a while to figure out. Now, the location is in a gigantic mansion, and eventually you have to make your way to a small house, a small little living quarters house, and there's an outside, and then there's an underground passageway and an underground laboratory right on this dispenser mansion, which is the name of the mansion that you're going to be in most of the game. Now, the other keys you have to collect within the game would you have to either beat a boss or answer a gigantic convoluted puzzle. Now, when it comes to the game itself, it's actually very good for the time, but now it's still kind of annoying. But hey, there's the remake, and well, now from what I've heard, there's going to be a Resident Evil 2 remake. Now, I don't want to spoil anything from the game, but I gave you the brief synopsis. I can't talk much about the characters because, again, you don't know much about the characters. Even up from Resident Evil 6, you don't know the main characters that much. Except for the name and shit. The game itself is actually, even up to date, a good 8 out of 10. If you want to, if you find it, try it and play it. But I'm not gonna be bastard who'll try to force you into it. But this has been Tyrantking Reviews, coming right back at ya.